Everyone is worried about AI taking their job, and honestly, they're not crazy. AI is already writing code, answering support tickets, generating reports, summarizing meetings, building apps, and replacing repetitive digital work. So yes, a lot of roles in tech are going to change. Some will shrink, some will disappear, and some will become completely different. But here's the part most people miss. AI does not just destroy jobs, it also creates new demand. The trick is not to ask, which jobs will AI replace? The better question is, which jobs become more important because AI exists? And to find those jobs, you need to understand what makes a role AI-proof. There are three big rules. Part 1. Physical world jobs. First, jobs that interact with the physical world. AI is software. It can generate text, it can generate code, it can analyze logs, but it cannot physically run cables, it cannot rack servers, it cannot replace a broken switch, it cannot walk into a data center and fix cooling. Part 2. Human judgment jobs. Second, jobs that require high-stakes human judgment. AI can give suggestions, but when the decision involves money, risk, law, security, reputation, or people, a human still has to make the final call. AI can say, this system has risk, but it cannot decide, should the company accept this risk? Ask for a comparison? Gemini generates a table. Ask for a small tool? Gemini can generate a mini app. So the future UI might not be fixed menus and buttons. It might be generated live based on what you need. Google also talked about scale. They're serving ridiculous amounts of AI tokens every month, and to support that, they are investing heavily in infrastructure. This is where TPUs come in. TPUs are Google's custom AI chips, and now Google is splitting them into different jobs. One type optimized for training models, another type optimized for inference. Simple version, one chip teaches the AI, the other chip runs the AI for users. That matters because AI is no longer a side feature. It is becoming the product. If Gemini is inside Search, Gmail, Android, Workspace, Chrome, and Glasses, Google needs insane infrastructure to make it fast and cheap enough. They also showed Gemini Flash 3.5. This is not the biggest, smartest model. It is the fast one. The idea is speed. A side feature. It is becoming the product. If Gemini is inside Search, Gmail, Android, Workspace, Chrome, and Glasses, Google needs insane infrastructure to make it fast and cheap. Because for most daily AI tasks, people do not always need the biggest brain possible. They need something good enough, cheap enough, and instant. But there is a catch. The new Flash model is more expensive than before. Still cheaper than some competitors, but not as insanely cheap as earlier Gemini Flash models. Then came the coding demo. Google's AI coding environment, Antigravity, is moving in the same direction as tools like Cursor and Codex. Less write every line of code yourself, more manage agents that build things for you. In the demo, they built an operating system, tried to run Doom, hit a driver problem, and then had Gemini generate the missing drivers live. And Doom worked. That is the perfect AI demo, because apparently the official benchmark for civilization is still, can it run Doom? But the real point is bigger. Coding tools are changing. The developer is becoming less of a pure typist. But AI cannot decide how much risk a business should accept. It also cannot build trust with auditors, regulators, executives, and technical teams. That is people work, and people work is messy, which is exactly why it is valuable. Typical paths into GRC often start with IT or security basics. Security Plus is a common first step. Then entry-level IT. Then security experience. Then certifications like SSCP, CISA, or AI governance certifications. Job 3, AI/ML infrastructure engineer. Third, AI infrastructure engineer. This is one of the most obvious winners of the AI boom because every company wants AI now, but most companies do not just need a chatbot, they need the platform behind it. That means people who understand cloud, DevOps, Kubernetes, GPUs, networking, storage, monitoring, and deployment. Basically, how do you make AI actually run in production without exploding the budget or setting the servers on fire? This role exists because of AI. The more companies adopt AI, the more they need engineers who can build the systems AI runs on. Models are cool, but infrastructure makes them useful. A common path here is system administration, DevOps, cloud engineering, or platform engineering. You build your foundation first: Linux, networking, cloud, containers, Kubernetes, then AI infrastructure. Job 4, Technical Project Manager. Fourth is Technical Project Manager, also called TPM. This one is underrated because people think AI will just manage projects automatically. And sure, AI can create a timeline, AI can summarize meetings, AI can assign tasks, but that is not the hard part of project management. The hard part is humans, conflicting priorities, scope creep, budget pressure, engineers disagreeing, executives changing their minds, clients asking for impossible deadlines. AI can make a Gantt chart. It cannot walk into a tense meeting and get everyone aligned. That is why TPMs can stay valuable. Especially in AI projects where the technology is complex, expensive, and constantly changing, someone has to translate between leadership, engineering, security, product, and finance. That person is often the TPM. This is a good path if you are technical, organized, and good with people. You do not need to be the best coder in the room, but you need to understand enough to keep the project moving. Job 5, Cleared System Administrator or Cleared Cloud Engineer. Fifth, Cleared System Administrator or Cleared Cloud Engineer. This might be one of the strongest AI-proof tech paths, especially in government and defense technology. Why? Because it hits all three AI-proof categories. It often requires physical access to secure environments, it involves high-stakes systems, and it supports infrastructure that may be connected to national security, defense, intelligence, or critical operations. Also, security clearance changes the game. If a job requires clearance, it is harder to outsource, harder to replace, and harder to automate fully. That makes the talent pool smaller, and when the talent pool is smaller, salaries usually go up. The path usually starts with Security Plus. Then you get into entry-level IT, ideally with a government contractor. Then you get sponsored for a clearance. From there, you move into system administration, cloud engineering, security engineering, or DevOps. For system admin roles, Linux is huge. Red Hat certifications can help. For cloud roles, AWS or Azure certifications can help. And if you want to stand out, Kubernetes is becoming more and more important. Final message. So those are 5 strong AI-proof tech jobs: data center technician, cybersecurity GRC, AI infrastructure engineer, technical project manager, cleared system administrator, or cloud engineer. The key is not to fight AI. That is a losing game. The key is to position yourself next to AI. Build the infrastructure, secure the systems, manage the risk, coordinate the people, touch the hardware. Because the safest jobs are not the ones AI ignores, they're the ones AI depends on.